Let's move on and let's go to Wes the King. How's it going, Wes?
Happy holidays, guys.
Merry Christmas, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. I only saw like the second half. I had stuff to do for the first half, but I already knew. I think Conte has now, over the last couple of weeks, he's pretty much done made us. He done made it like pretty sure that hey, we should be winning these games now. Anybody we go against, we have a chance to beat the brakes off of them now. We should, because the way his system is set up, the way he's been training the players, the way the players have dug in and really followed his philosophy. I think Conte really put us in a great situation going into January.
Do you think we should be going into the games going, we got this?
Oh yeah. The way he has us playing, even when he changed up the lineup, the players are just digging in. You guys are really stepping up to the plate. You saw Sanchez. Sanchez was up halfway up the field, almost about he done. I don't know what he done really changed this game around. Kane now wants to stay now. Like we weren't thinking. But when we came into the season, things were looking horrible. When
Sanchez got into that box, I was like, someone send him a fucking oxygen tank or something. Like he's gonna get nosebleeds going into the box. Like what's going on?
Wes, has Sanchez been Conte? Is that what we're seeing today?
Yeah. Now when Romero comes back, I think he's going to get his spot. He's going to get his spot, I think. But Sanchez, I think if he keeps playing like this, he could be a very good backup piece for us when we have, especially for next season when we have, hopefully when we have Champions League football and we have like just a whole lot more matches to play, he'll be able to fill out that spot when we have to rest Romero. But to me, he's been stepping up to the plate, just like everybody else on this team. One thing I want to say is because I think. I hope Conte stays. I hope he stays for years. Like I hope he starts.
Hope he stays till the day that he passes away.
Pretty much. I hope he stays. Like how,
dude, I hope he.
Like I hope he stays.
I hope he. Has he got a wife? I don't care. I hope he finds someone he can have an affair with. I hope he sets up a new family. I hope he has like multiple families. I hope he gets addicted to the air here. I hope he gets a drug addiction so he can't. I don't know what it is. I just hope like we lock that man down. I hope we get something bad on him. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just blackmail him so he can't leave. You know what I mean? That's what I hope we do. I don't want him going anywhere.
Do anything in their power to get this guy to stay for the rest of his life. Go on, Wes, we cut you off there for a second.
I just hope, I hope he starts a whole dynasty like how Bill Nicholson did back in the 60s and 70s. That's like I can kind of see that. I can kind of see him taking over for hopefully over a decade. I really like because he seems to really like the infrastructure that at least Levy did. That's like one good thing about what Levy did. He at least has the infrastructure in place for us to be one of the best teams in the world. It's just that he didn't want to have the will to spend the money. But now he's pretty much has forced his hand because he don't got the manager that's going to force him to spend the money. So I think it's falling into place the right way, and I just hope he stay. I really do hope he sees this as a place that hey, he can turn his club into like by the time he's done with the club, we're seen as one of the best winning clubs in the world, one of the most silverware, everything. That's why I just feel that for some reason. Well, I just wanted to get it out there because I feel like he needs to stay. I think this is the perfect club for him.
That's a great. What's a great point with what's a great point with that is that it makes you think like if. Like, it's such a masterstroke getting him in. It was a shock for everyone when we were able to get him in. Obviously, we wanted him. We wanted him before Nuno. To get him in was such a shock. But it makes it look like, and Brian Daigle's going to probably want to kill me here, but it makes it look like Levy has kind of built a great, he's built a lot well. Because now when you have a great personal, like a person's man, like a coach and a manager who's at the helm, all of a sudden, you have a great club. All of a sudden, you have a winning mainstay. All the negatives that we hated. Obviously, the big test is going to be if he does back him, and that's going to be, I think, the thing. If 2 windows without being backed, Conte will get out. Will be out of here. He'll be like, just let me go. Like, if you're not going to back him, that's the thing. But if he does back him and give him, I don't think by any means Conte is going to go crazy, and he's getting really good things with the squad. I think it's you might get 3 players in, but if we go for the gusto and get some world beaters in, then I think it's about them developing a relationship. But if Conte just does give him what he needs, it'll change the entire dialogue of what we as a fan base think about Levy, and that will be a masterstroke from the man.
Well, look, my opinion on that is, God, just before you say your opinion, I mean, my opinion on that is that I ain't giving Levy praise until
it's done,
it's done, basically. Like, right now, it's just hearsay. And like I said before, these games that we have won under Conte, you expect us to win these games. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But there's no getting away that he's getting these players to outperform. But let me ask you this, Wes. If I asked you this question 2 months ago, it would have been a very easy answer. But what's the answer now? Like, if I would have asked you this 2 months ago, who would you want to get rid of in January, right? You would have said Sanchez, Dyer, Winks, Dele. You know, the list would have been endless. But who's the answer to that question now?
Sadly, we're going to have to get rid of some of these players, and it may end up being the same names. And their value, the one good thing is their value would have went up because they're having great performances right now. But some of these players, you don't know. This happens a lot. Remember a couple years ago, this happens every time January palms around, these players start to play well. And I think we need to calm down just a little bit on that, because some of these players will go right back to doing what they do. And I think one of those players is good. But one thing is, I've been listening to one of the journalists, Alistair Gold. He said that some of these players are going to have to keep because of how the system of how we construct our rosters are.
Yeah.
The Winks may have to stay, and I may be okay with that as long as he keeps doing a solid job. But some of these players may have to stay just because of how the rules and regulations go.
Yeah.
But some of these players do need to go. Like Dele, he may need to go on loan. I think that may be a good move for him to just see a little scenery and then come back. And then players like Sanchez we could sell off because we're going to be going after another center back anyway. You know, some players, they may just have to move, and it's going to be okay with me. It's whatever Conte works, to be honest with you.
I'm with Wes on that as well. Like, I have kind of a lot of the similar names, but that is a great point, though. Ali was saying that, like, you can't just get rid of Winks, Dele. Like, you need the British quota to be up. So I still think it's like Ndombele. Doherty doesn't fall into that because I think Irish is not falling. It doesn't fall into that. So I think Doherty can go. And then
Doherty need to go. I think Doherty is definitely going to be one of the names to probably go, and it's already seeming like that as well. That he's seeming that he's going to get probably shipped off, and we're going to be because we're looking for another right wing back now anyway. And
also, you want to sell players who are worth a lot, and I think you probably still can get like 40, 35 million for Ndombele, you know. So we kind of need that money. But there's quite a few of them, and I would. Sanchez has played a lot, so I think you can probably get a big bit of money for him from a Serie A team or something like that. You know, I think you can get some decent money. You could probably between Sanchez and Tanguy and Doherty and Rodon as well. I think you probably get like 100 million, or round about that, and then that's some money that you need in.
It's so sad to see with Rodon. I wish he been having some playing time, but he done went through 3 coaches there, just not getting him as much. So something must be going on with that. But I wish he had at least that one game where he shows off that hey, I can play I'll probably play better than Sanchez and Tanganga, because I think he has that talent. I have a feeling that if we ship him off, he's going to end up being a beast, and we'll be like, we could have kept him. I don't want almost like what happened to Foyth when he went to Spain.
Yeah. But maybe that's what players had. Maybe that's what players need. They get into a rut at a club and they have a bit. He's had a bit of a tough time. He's had to have meetings with the chairman and stuff. Good to see John Cooper in the in the chat, but also, yeah. What's up, John?
John Cooper, more sexuals in the house.
John, heard you're a good pool player. I want to see how good. I know you're a trick shot man, but I want to test those skills. But also, a lot of the guys in the chat were talking about Lo Celso as well, and I think that is also someone who should probably he's got a ceiling. You can get a lot of money out of him. You know, like he's playing all the time in the Argentina team, so get some money out there. I want to see him playing, but we seem to have some solidity in the midfield, and we have an option, and we want to get someone like a Grealish or Kessie in. So I think, you know, you probably get like 120 million if you sell the right players. And then you could finally make the big purchase of Vlahovic.
Dusan, bring in Dusan, people. But
I think also with what's his name? You just had me losing. We're Weston McKennie. I think Weston McKennie. I'm from the United States.
Tell us about him, Wes, because like we don't really get to see enough Serie A. Like he looked decent in the Amazon Juventus thing.
Is that a good documentary? By the way?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's good. But what do you think of McKennie?
Weston McKennie is a beast. I've seen him ever since he came right out of the USA Academy with the under-17s. He is a beast. He came out, I think, the FC Dallas Academy in the MLS, and that just tells you how big the MLS is getting with talent-wise, how they're doing their academy structure. He is a beast. He's a beast in the midfield. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He can pass. He can score if he gets in the right space. He plays for the team. He'll go back on defense. He do whatever he needs to do, especially for whatever coach is over him. He's that kind of guy. I think don't write off. But if we get Weston McKennie, don't write him off. He's right. I know Kessie right now is probably the better player at this moment, but Weston McKennie, he has the potential to be one of the best midfielders in the world.
Yeah, he's young. He's got a ceiling. He's got a high ceiling, isn't
he? Yeah, he already showing it for the USA already. We beat Mexico like 3 times, and 2 of them I think McKennie was in both of those games in those finals for the. I think one of them was a World Qualifier Cup, and then we won the CONCACAF league with him just this past summer, and that was a big deal because
I remember that game. Yeah,
he was a beast in that game. He has been one of the top players for us.
Interesting.
Big up, Wes. Always great to speak to you, especially after 3 points. I'm loving that big smile on your face. Keep that smile. Keep that smile. You've been Conte'd as well.
Nice one, Wes.
Wes, big up. Speak to you soon, bro.